Hey everyone, Paul Johnson, Konya, Minnesota, and the Laughing Trude Fly Tying Club. Today I'm going to be tying my version of the Neversink Trude. So it's kind of a hopper pattern, maybe a beetle pattern, kind of just a general attractor fly. It's tied on a size 12 hopper hook. The tail or the shuck is amber Z yarn. The abdomen is peacock super bright dubbing. The body is 2mm foam. The underwing is bleached deer hair. The overwing is white Congo hair. And then we have silicone legs that will tie in. So let's get started tying the fly. Take my size 12 hopper hook. Get it inserted in my tying vise. And I'll start my thread about the 3/4 point. And then just lay a thread base back to the bend of the hook. Take that length of Z yarn, nice bright amber color, tie that in, just make sure we keep it right on top of the hook, and we'll cut that off to maybe about 3/4 of a hook shank in length. Take our thread back to the bend of the hook. So I have a piece of 2mm foam, and I tied a little point in it, and I'll tie that in right there. Get that tied in, you want to just maybe lift it up, make sure you don't have any space there between the back of the foam and the tail. Okay, got that looking good. I'll add some of that peacock dubbing. Take a couple clumps to get this all tied in good. And our goal here is just to get a pretty smooth body. If it's a little spiky and webby, that's okay. Buggy looking fly. Okay, so we're going to get up about to the 2/3, 3/4 point. We'll take that foam, bring it forward, a couple of wraps of tying thread, and work my way forward to the eye. Get that all bound down. Okay, next we're going to tie in that deer hair wing. So I've already cleaned and stacked a clump of deer hair. And I'll tie that in so it sticks out to about the back of the fly. Make a couple loose wraps, my tying thread, and I'll pull that tight. A couple more good wraps of tying thread in there. And then if I can, try to get a hold of everything here. And cut all those butt ends out of there. Takes a little bit to make sure we get them all out of there. One left. All right. Next we're going to tie in an overwing. And I like this because it just makes the fly a lot more visible. So this is that white Congo hair. And we'll cut that off just a little bit, or about the same length as a deer hair wing. And then I have the silicone legs. Tie one in on each side of the fly. So I drape it over the thread, and then I can position it in place. And then if you have a rotary vise, I just kind of give it about a half a turn and do the same thing on the other side of the fly. Those legs tied in right where I want them. And we're going to add just a touch more of that peacock dubbing. And that's just going to kind of clean things up a little bit when we make the final thread wraps. All right. So now legs are in position, wings good. We're going to fold that foam back, a couple of tight wraps. Then we'll do a 3 or 4 turn whip finish. Cut our thread off and then just kind of come in here carefully and cut some of that foam out of there. And make sure our legs are even. A few stray fibers, and there we go. So there's the finished Neversink Trude. Great fly. It floats really well. Easy to see. As I mentioned, it imitate a hopper or a beetle. Just a general attractor. It floats well. It's easy to put a beadhead nymph underneath it and fish the hopper dropper style. So if you have any questions, give me a call. Hope you enjoyed it.